Oh, is my mic volume too low? Hold up. That's my bad. Yep, there it is. Every time. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. There we go. There we go. But anyway, so yeah, we got a lot to talk about this morning. Did y'all catch New Black Street last night? Okay. Can you believe I lost Cosplay Queens 3 weeks in a row? And the reason why I've lost 3 weeks in a row is because of a certain someone in the chat. I'm sick. I'm absolutely sick. I just want to let y'all know, for those of you who never watch cosplay, who never watch New Black Street, okay, what we do on the Monday nights is we do the Cosplay Queens competition, okay? Throughout the week, we'll look for a stunning cosplay. Now, granted, you can choose any person for the cosplay. It doesn't have to be a woman, but let's be real. Griff. Who's choosing a man, right? Who's choosing a man? Would you believe, okay, I'm going to show y'all this really quick. Would you believe I lost Cosplay Queens last night and this was my competitor? How? I'm going to tell you how. We were winning all night long, and then this nigga, Christopher Baker, comes in at the last moment and drops a vote with a $123 super chat. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I couldn't believe it. So me and Christopher Baker have smooth beef right now. It's just not. John Rock says, in fairness, you picked the skinny white girl. Booty for the win. No. This isn't the you got me confused with Kata. He had the skinny white girl. This was my choice. She ain't skinny. She thick as hell. Look, Christopher Baker says you start buffering, you're gonna lose again next Monday too. Well, everything, like I said, everything's in the green, my boy. We good. We good. Okay? We good. Anyway, so we got a lot to talk about this morning. Yes, S tier immortal, I lost. Because of Christopher Baker. So if you're not watching New Black Street on Monday nights, I need y'all there to help me win these damn competitions because that was insane. The simple fact of the matter is I have better taste than Kata. I'll say that with impunity. I have better taste, but quite frankly, he's had Christopher Baker, and I ain't got nobody. So let's get into it. Before we get started, gotta pay the bills. Okay, got to pay the bills. All right, make sure you guys are following Ninjacast recap and aTraes plays. Ninjacast recap is going to consist of all of the playback from the show except the major stories. Okay, make sure you guys are following New Black Street. Wait, what? Yep, there we go. New Black Street is now over 1,000 subs. We doing our thing. It's getting busy over there. I think, me personally, I think we the hottest show in the space. Me personally, okay. That's what I believe. I believe we're really entertaining. I believe our guests love it because it's more intimate. Pause. And it's less about being interrogated and more about just laughing and having fun. All right, there's that. And we can go ahead and get started with the stories for today. So, where are we going to start? Where do I want to start? I don't plan on holding you guys here for a long time. Because we got out a lot of griffs for yesterday. Let's see where do we want to start this morning? I know where I want to start. This isn't a major story, but I do want to start here though. I find it interesting. So, coming back to the Dragon Age situation where we had Grums, Smash JT break this story. Corinne Bush is out at BioWare. Now, you can subscribe to whatever reason you think she's gone, whether you think she left on her own volition or whether she chose to leave on her own. It's inconsequential, because the simple fact of the matter is she just released what was supposed to be one of the biggest games of 2024. It flopped, and now she's leaving the people who worked on this game out to dry and to leave themselves, how do you say, they're left with the pieces to kind of reflect on why this game flopped. She's gone. Then the story was stolen by this fat motherfucker named Jeff Grubb. Just channeled my my inner Ripper right there. And Jeff Grubb goes on to troll Smash JT and Grums, knowing that he stole the story. Okay? We talked about that. Well, the nigga has been hit with insta karma. This is why nobody trusts the game's media, okay? Now, I'll give him credit because he at the very least admitted to being wrong here. But nigga, you got some audacity to come out and question people's credibility when you're stealing stories and getting your own goddamn stories wrong. Let's get into it. This was reported. Jeff Grubb says the staff at Bluepoint and Ben Studio found out about their canceled PlayStation Live service games at the same time as everyone else did. I hope the staff have other projects they can move on to. Now, this is interesting because one of the stories from last week that, you know, I kind of actually glazed over, pause, because I forgot because there was so much other stuff going on, was that PlayStation canceled a lot of live service games. As a matter of fact, do I have that grift? Where is it? Let's see if I can find it. Let's go back to Twitter really quick. I feel like saying nigga. No, I do not have that grift. I mean, I have a piece of that grift, but not the whole grift. All right. So, yeah. So they canceled a bunch of their live service games. All right. They're suffering. These niggas talking about they canceled a live service God of War game. Nigga, are you serious? Hold up. Are you out of your mind? A live service God of War game? Yeah, you niggas deserve to get canceled. You niggas deserve to get canceled. But anyway, so yeah. Then there was an update. Jason Schreier says this is not true, and staff at Bluepoint and Ben Studio were informed about the canceled games before his article went out. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Jeff Grubb, why you lying?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop you fucking lying.
You supposed to be the most credible, the most experienced, the most qualified journalist in the game. Ain't that what Alyssa Mercante said? Ain't that what she said? That's what Alyssa Mercante said. How you gonna get the story wrong? And you got corrected by Jason Schreier. He goes, this was my mistake. A source was trying to say that they just found out recently they haven't had time to prepare what is next. And when I tried to recall that I mixed it up as the team's finding out when the story went live, I apologize. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. It's all good. See, we all make mistakes, nigga. But when you go run around grandstanding like, oh yeah, we're just so much better than Smash JT. We're just so, look at this goofball. Look at this goofball. Still better than Grums and Smash JT any day of the week. But yet the story that Smash JT and Grums broke was facts. Was pure facts. You can't get around it. You can't get around it. It was facts. I want you to think about this next time you try to come out and talk about how much more experienced and trustworthy Grums is. Okay. You just can't make this stuff up. You just can't make it up. Somebody said, yes, spreading misinformation again. How y'all doing? Let me get to these comments in this chat. Abomination AJ is in the chat. What's going on? He says, yeah, she thick. She is thick. How did she lose? Make sure y'all hit the like button so we can get pushed out into that.
I've never seen myself represented in the Lord of the Rings before, so this is awesome because I've never seen myself.
I've never seen myself, ladies and gentlemen, but now I can see myself because Pasta Fazul just dropped a $20 super chat. Man, I appreciate you. And he's calling for Big Shirley. Big Shirley!
I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah.
Shout out to Big Shirley. Shout out to Big Shirley. I know you somewhere out there raging because now that Trump is in office, you know you're going to have to get in the gym. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to start a GoFundMe for your treadmill. Get ready, Big Shirley. Big Shirley!
I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah.
All right. What are we moving on to next? Where are we moving on to next? Yawn. Oh, we talked about this on New Blackstreet last night, but we didn't get to talk about this on my show, so I can get more intimate with it. Pause. Okay. I guess sticking to Jeff Grubb. Okay. And Smash JT, you petty for this one. You are absolutely positively petty for this one. Okay. This nigga tagged Jeff Grubb. Jeff Grubb got you blocked, Smash. He ain't gonna see this. 0 openings at BioWare Edmonton. 0. Now, if you remember, right? If you remember, there was that story that Smash JT and Grums broke had 2 parts to it. 2 parts. One was that Corinne Bush was leaving, and 2 was that BioWare Edmonton was closing, potentially. It was a rumor, though. He reported it as a rumor. Well, 2 things we need to look at. This is going into the Corinne Bush story. Why is BioWare Edmonton not hiring for anything? Not product management, not legal, not IT infrastructure, not a janitor, not a fucking lunch lady, nothing. They ain't hiring for nothing. I would imagine that with Corinne Bush leaving, she's probably going to take some people with her. Or some people probably got fired with her. Y'all ain't hiring for nobody? That's interesting. That's interesting. Considering the fact that Jeff Grubb himself, that fat motherfucker, came out and said there's no validity whatsoever, none, to BioWare Edmonton closing. That's fine. That's fine, nigga. That's fine. Because if you look at Corinne Bush's comments, it's very interesting. Very interesting. She has responded to the information of her getting fired. Okay, we're not going to say fired. We're not going to say fired. We're not going to say fired. She left on her own volition. Okay. She responded. Here we go. She goes, well, I suppose you've heard. You think? Yes, I've made the decision to leave BioWare. Nigga.
Why the fuck you lying?
Okay. We don't know. All right. We're gonna take him at his word for it. I'm sorry. All right. I want to encourage everyone not to read too much into it. And now I know you lying.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop you fucking lying.
Now I know you lying. I would encourage you not to read too much into it. Sir, all you had to do was be quiet. You ain't have to say nothing at all. And you gonna come in and tell us not to read too much into it. Now we definitely gonna read into it because you're giving us something to read into. Wait for these comments. This was my decision so I could continue making the kind of RPGs we enjoy. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean you made a conscious decision to leave one of the biggest studios, one of the biggest publishers in gaming that's supposed to have some of the best job security, some of the best resources, and you willingly left them so you can continue making RPGs? What do you mean by that? This can mean several things. Was the next project that BioWare Edmonton going to work on not be an RPG? Maybe. Is the studio getting closed? Maybe. Or is the studio continuing to work on RPGs, but you got demoted down to the damn janitor? Maybe. Either way, based on your words, you just left one of the biggest studios, one of the biggest publishers in all of gaming to continue making RPGs, something that's the hallmark of that same studio. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Show me the proof. Show me the Carfax. Show me the whole facts. I need receipts. Christopher Baker says he probably failed upwards. Maybe. But how far can you go up from BioWare and EA? Let's continue. He says, "Thank you for entrusting me with our dear Dragon Age. It was an honor to be a steward for the franchise and to play a part in ensuring its continuance. Biggest of shout outs to the wonderful, don't know who that is, without whom I don't know if I'd have had the fortitude. So extremely excited to see what BioWare does with Mass Effect and trust that I'll be rooting for them the whole time." Yeah, I doubt it. I don't believe it. So, coupled with that statement above, this was my decision so I could continue making the kind of RPGs you and we enjoy. You couple that with now they're not hiring for anything up at BioWare Edmonton. Let me tell you something, Jeff Grubb. If you better hope and pray, that BioWare Edmonton doesn't close. You better pray, nigga. Because if BioWare Edmonton close, especially in February, oh, we gonna dance on you so hard. I'm gonna dance on you so fucking hard, nigga. Just like this. I'm going to make a thumbnail so offensive. I am going to tweet about you every day. Every day I'm going to tweet about you. Every day. I'm going to remind you and your audience and your friends that Jeff Grubb is a clown and don't know what the fuck is going on.
I've never seen myself represented in the Lord of the Rings before. So, this is awesome because I've never seen myself.
I've never seen myself until Mr. West's name came in and dropped a $5 super chat. He says, in order to be a good janitor, they would have to know how to clean up their mess. But nah, they just left and let everyone else clean it up. Oh boy, that's a Don DeMarco.
Don DeMarco.
That, I mean, that's it. That's the tweet. You know what I'm saying? That's the tweet. This man Grums be cooking, man. This man Grums be cooking. Look at these replies. That dude's ex-bio should be conqueror of haters, destroyer of franchises. Who wrote this bullshit? And you just can't make this stuff up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Corinne Bush is the ruler of RPGs, conqueror of haters. What is she the ruler of? Her game flopped. It flopped, guys. The studio might implode. She's no longer working. I'm sorry. He's no longer working there. What haters did he conquer? Boy, the media is so out of touch. It's all good. It's all good. Here we go. Fuck y'all let this happen. How the fuck y'all let this happen? How the fuck? Holy. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. Anyway, we'll move on. We will move on. What games y'all looking forward to? What haven't we seen yet? What haven't we seen yet? Let me see. Oh, we can get rid of that one. There we go. Y'all want to see something funny? Y'all want to see something funny? DEI hires everywhere. You're starting to see the results for these DEI hires. Watch this shit here.
23-year-old, you heard that right, will become the next mayor of Bogalusa. Tyron Trong started his campaign because he just didn't like what he was seeing in the city.
I'm Mayor Tyron Trong, and welcome to the magic city of Bogalusa.
His victory made headlines when he became mayor of Bogalusa at just 23 years old.
A few moments later.
Is breaking news.
Good afternoon. I'm Liz Reyes. Thanks for joining us. Breaking at this hour, the mayor of Bogalusa, the youngest in the city's history, gets arrested and now faces some serious charges. At noon, the Washington Parish Sheriff's Office releasing the mugshot of Tyron Trong. His supporters believe he...
Let's keep going.
He's being framed because of racial bias.
Been after him for a while.
Oh, hell no. You can't. You just can't make this shit up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Now, why would you go and elect a 23-year-old fucking mayor? You deserve this. You deserve this.
Unfortunately, and it's so sad and it's so embarrassing for our city because racism, hatred, bigotry is still alive. And when you
racism, hatred, and is that Big Shirley?
Big Shirley.
Man, it's 82 of y'all in here, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button so people can know we live. Let's continue, man.
And when it surfaces to this extent, it's so sad.
So the youngest mayor ever in this town has been arrested for pimping prostitutes, selling drugs, and trafficking firearms.
That nigga was pimping? What? What? You the mayor? And you got hoes in every area code on the streets?
Let's talk about it.
Shout out to Nate the lawyer. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel, man.
This is Tywin Trong. Now, Trong graduated from Washington State University in St. Louis back in 2021. He earned a degree in African American Studies with a minor in political.
African American Studies. You can't make this shit up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
What the fuck is African American Studies? Oh, I get it. You go into class and you learn how to make Kool-Aid, and then you get a degree. You go into class and you learn how to swipe an EBT card, and then they give you a degree. You go into class and they make sure you know how to fry some chicken, and then you get a degree. You can't make this shit up. When you walk the stage, when you walk the stage, right? They hand you your diploma and a pair of black Air Forces. They give you your pair of black Air Forces and say, get out there, young man. Live your life. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this stuff up.
Political science. Now, while at the university, he became president of the student union, managing a budget of $3.7 million. Now, Trong is a Democrat with a capital D. During the 2020 election cycle, when Joe Biden was facing Trump, he ran to be a Joe Biden delegate at the Democratic National Convention. He also was a delegate for Kamala Harris in 2024. Here's a picture of him at the DNC. Now, with his popularity growing at the age of 22, Trong decided to run for mayor.
Growing up, I was Student of the Year for Bogalusa City Schools. I graduated at the top of my high school class with over $700,000 in scholarships. As a college student,
he is Asian, apparently. He is Asian. Look at his mom. His mom is definitely Asian.
Scholarships. As a college student, I was fortunate enough to work for Congressman Lacey Clay in the United States House of Representatives. I graduated from Washington University, where I served as student body president, managing an almost $4 million budget. When I moved back, I became a school teacher at Central Elementary and started an organization called Better Bogalusa, focused on investing in our city's youth. I currently serve as state policy director for one of the largest civil rights organizations in the country. I'm tired.
Listen to this nigga's voice. Does he sound like a mayor to you? He sound like he goon every night.
Trong, and I approve this message.
So, as you obviously know, Trong became mayor. He became mayor of the town, beating the current mayor who had served 2 previous terms.
Across the area, we have the mayor's race in Bogalusa. The incumbent has been ousted tonight. The winning candidate is Tywin Trong, it appears, with 56% of the vote. So there'll be new leadership in Bogalusa.
Like and share our post. It took all of us to get here. This is our win tonight.
A 23-year-old, you heard that right, will become the next mayor of Bogalusa. Tywin Trong started his campaign because he just didn't like what he was seeing in the city.
Now, remember, the former mayor had served 8 years in this position, and this is what she said about losing the election.
I am disappointed in the results.
Whoa, what was that chin? Did y'all see that chin? Dog. What is going on with that jaw? Lord. Am I tripping? She bite the hell out of some tree bark.
Said about losing the election.
I am disappointed in the results, of course, but it's obvious that God has a different plan for me, and I'm at peace with that.
In a concession statement on election night, Perret questioned whether Trung has the skill set to lead and unite the city, but is hopeful he will.
I would like for this to be a smooth transition. It's best for all of our citizens.
So now, after this mayor was elected, very interesting things started happening. For instance, the mayor started getting these racially motivated online threats, and they actually found out who was doing it and arrested that person. Check it out.
Developing out of Bogalusa, police arrest the man they say made threats toward the new mayor. We first told you about this story last week when Mayor Tyron Trong announced he'd received threats on social media. The Washington Parish NAACP called those threats racially motivated. 51-year-old Jason Gavin was arrested late yesterday and booked with cyberstalking.
Now, it wasn't only online racists who were threatening this young minority mayor. It was also other black politicians in the city council. Matter of fact, one of the city councilors threatened to shoot him with a double-barrel shotgun, and she happened to be black. Check it out.
The Bogalusa mayor says he's pressing charges against a city councilwoman who he says threatened him while walking out of Tuesday's city council meeting.
Things got heated at
Hey, yo, Nate the lawyer, I need to figure out who be editing your videos, man. They be killing it.
Tuesday night's Bogalusa City Council meeting when agenda item number 8 came up, discussing a city spending freeze.
We were going back and forth about why we shouldn't implement the freeze, and a council person got up and stated, you know, I don't have time for this, so they walked out, and on their way out the door turned around and said, I got a double-loaded shotgun.
That alleged threat made by Councilwoman Penny Douglas, catching everyone in attendance off guard.
Yeah, that was wrong. Councilor Lady at Large talking about a double-barrel shotgun, threatening, making threats towards the mayor. I think that she need to be removed from office.
Now we got to fast forward to January 2025.
She need to be more than removed from the office. Her ass need to be locked up. She's a danger.
His brother attended a basketball game and then was arrested as an accessory to first-degree murder. The mayor's brother.
Wait, what?
Bogalusa sources.
Wait, who? That's what I get for talking while I was playing.
Move from office.
Now we got to fast forward to January 2025, where the mayor's brother attended a basketball game and then was arrested as an accessory to first-degree murder. The mayor's brother.
In Bogalusa, sources say one of the 3 people arrested in connection to a deadly shooting that happened during a high school basketball game last week is the half-brother of Mayor Tyron Trong.
Frost fan, you ain't shit. That nigga said Medea be packing.
Caleb Moss was arrested for obstruction of justice and as an accessory to first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. Jamichael Spikes and a 16-year-old were also arrested. A 14-year-old was killed and a 12-year-old was injured during that shooting.
Yeah, so this Louisiana town is like a little insane. Mayor being threatened to be shotgunned at a city council meeting. And then on the other side, you have the mayor's brother being arrested as an accessory to first-degree murder where a kid was killed. So it seems to be going out of control. But wait, there's a lot more. See, Louisiana State Police were tipped off to a drug trafficking operation out of the Bogalusa area, and that the mayor was involved in this drug trafficking organization.
According to state police, the investigation began in April when their Narcotics and Violent Crime Task Force...
First of all, how this nigga got gray hair already? That nigga ain't nothing but about 25, 26. How he got gray hair?
Began in April when their Narcotics and Violent Crime Task Force learned of a drug trafficking organization operating in Bogalusa.
They allege that Tyron Trung and as many as 10 others are involved in a scheme to use social media to distribute controlled dangerous substances like opioids, high-grade marijuana, and ecstasy.
Now, the DA also alleged that the mayor organized entertainment with prostitutes at an Airbnb while attending a mayor's conference in Atlanta. The Airbnb was rented using public funds, which is a big no-no.
The allegations also include charges related to the use of public funds to procure a hotel room involving a prostitute.
I think it's a tragedy. You know, people had a lot of hopes in him as a young up-and-comer who might be able to provide leadership.
So with all of this evidence, police then raided the mayor's home and he was arrested on drug trafficking charges.
Is breaking news.
Good afternoon. I'm Liz Reyes. Thanks for joining us. Breaking at this hour, the mayor of Bogalusa, the youngest in the city's history, gets arrested and now faces some serious charges. At noon, the Washington Parish Sheriff's Office releasing.
Look at this nigga's mugshot. This nigga's mugshot screams guilty. Oh my gosh.
The mugshot of Tyron Trung. Fox 8 Rob Masson. He is live right now. The charges the mayor now faces. Rob.
Yeah, Liz, we're coming to you live from the Bogalusa City Hall, where state police just arrived about 15 minutes ago. About a half dozen troopers went into the City Hall annex, and they are executing search warrants around Bogalusa in this wide-ranging scheme.
So the mayor and his supporters decided to take the BLM approach. Just scream racism, and everything is going to work out.
However, his supporters believe he's being framed because of racial bias.
Our city has so much racism, so much bigotry, so much hatred. There's such a division of white and black, even in the areas that we live. There's so much that it's...
Oh my God, it's Big Shirley again.
Big Shirley!
Hey, Gunblade, you ain't shit. That motherfucker said pimp my mayor. That motherfucker said pimp my mayor.
Embarrassment now.
Now, other black residents said this is just a big conspiracy against the mayor. He's a good guy, and they don't care about the facts. They'll always say he is innocent, no matter what evidence they have.
I say it now, and I'll say it forever. You know, he's not guilty of any of these charges.
This mayor is trying to straighten things out and make things better. The crooks don't want him to take over. They want to keep doing what they're doing. They don't like him because he's doing what's right.
The good old boys here in Bogalusa, they didn't like that. They didn't like him exposing them. So this here is retaliation.
Now, after his arrest, the mayor was released on $150,000 bail.
Bogalusa's mayor is out of jail tonight after an early morning arrest. This video is from just a few moments ago as Bogalusa Mayor Tyron Trung was released from jail. He was arrested this morning on multiple charges after what officials call a months-long drug trafficking investigation.
The mayor then released a statement proclaiming his innocence.
Now to an update on a story that we've been following for you. The mayor of Bogalusa has commented for the very first time since his arrest yesterday. Mayor Tyron Trung is one of at least 20 people who were arrested yesterday after what authorities say was a months-long investigation into an online drug organization. Now, after the mayor's release, Trung said in part, when you're cutting contracts, shutting down favors, and exerting influence, shaking up things and exposing truths, you become a target. He went on to say he prays that God reveals every person that had a hand in this, and there are many.
So this story obviously is insane, and this mayor has a lot to answer for, because if what they're saying is true, this is insane stuff. And why do people just jump to conclusions either way, right? I don't know if this mayor is guilty. I don't know if he's innocent. I need to see what evidence police have to see if they can convince us that this person is guilty or whether this is a witch hunt. Now, the sad part about this story is how the people of this town just immediately defend what's going on with racism. This is all racism. He's being arrested because of racism. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what the evidence is as of now. Only thing,
and that's a fact. Niggas don't know what evidence they got against him. This just coming out here. But let me put my face out there and say he's innocent. He ain't do none of this. And then let some of the victims come out or something like that. Now you got to bite your tongue. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what happened when you get these DEI hires. I'm just so confused. As a black person, what makes you go to the polls and vote for a 23-year-old man to be your mayor? What life experience does he have that suggests he should be leading a fucking town, much less a football team? What the fuck? Look, the first comment. Look at the first comment. The first comment in the video says, if racism is so alive, how did he ever get elected? Probably a town full of black people. How is it racism when the majority of the town is black? Typical cops planting girls in your car. The motherfucker said they planting girls in your car. Wow. Wow. Boy, it's a strange world we live in. All right. Let's get on to our next story. Man, we got 98 of y'all in the chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I appreciate every last one of y'all for being here. The more you like the stream, the more people can discover it. It is January 21st. We in here chilling. We in here cooking. We in here having fun, talking shit, doing our thing. Let me see who else. We got Chemical Athlete in the building. You are definitely a new face. I've never seen you in here before. He says you arrest one dealer, the one across the street just gets more customers instantly. That is a fucked up way of looking at it. What is this? Oh. Okay. That is actually Radio Chimp. What's going on, my guy? First time seeing you in here. Let's see. Person, my boy Person is in the building. Roman 5 is in the building. He says, but he is black. What more do you need? Exactly. Infamous Eli is in the building. Mr. What's his name called him the Wish version of Russell Wilson. You ain't have to do that man like that. All right. John Rocks is in the building. Pimping ain't easy at all. I want to hear how he was pimping. I can't wait till them details come out. Was he slapping bitches or what's going on? All right, what we got next? All right, so let's get this out the way really quick. Just a little small story, nothing major. How many of y'all knew that Xbox was having a direct in the next few days? I think it's going to be, it's in 2 days, actually. On January 23rd. I want to know right now, what are you guys looking forward to seeing? If you're looking forward to seeing anything at all. Now, if you're not an Xbox person, don't worry. You don't have to worry. All of their games are coming to whatever, okay? You can play Xbox games anywhere at this point. It'll be on PC, probably will be on PlayStation. You can probably play it on your refrigerator for all I know. Because Xbox just, I don't know. Chemical Athlete says, don't be talking shit about my boy Russ. I was mad when he left Seattle. We worship that motherfucker. Well, from what I hear, that nigga's a little bit of a dick. When he got with Sierra, shit changed. So I don't know. But yeah, so back to the Xbox Direct. Okay. Are we going to see anything about Perfect Dark? Are we? Okay. Are we going to see anything? We better. What about State of Decay? I've been waiting to hear something about State of Decay for years, nigga. The fuck going on? Okay. Expedition 33 is supposed to be there. Definitely looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to that. Okay. Doom. Everybody's looking forward to that. For those of you who haven't seen Expedition 33, let me pull that up. Watch this. We're just gonna play the trailer.
Get rated.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Soon she'll wake and paint again. Paint a new number, ticking down every year. One stroke, and everyone of that age vanishes into nothingness. Every year she paints again, and every year an expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission: destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again. We'll break the cycle so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders. Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death. Do you mean we're the only ones left?
Even if we fail, we lay the trail for those who will come after. Right? We are Expedition 33.
So yeah, if you hadn't seen it, that's Expedition 33. Okay. So I mean, I think everybody's pretty much looking forward to that. I can't wait to see more details on that. But of course, we got Doom, the Dark Ages. Come on, it's Doom. All right, everybody's gonna be looking forward to that. South of Midnight. There's gonna be some people looking forward to it, I suppose. But nigga, what the fuck is going on with Perfect Dark Zero? And whatchamacallit, State of Decay. Is there gonna be anything new? Is there gonna be a reason to buy an Xbox, for crying out loud? All right, I gotta be honest with you. The only reason I ever turn on my Xbox these days is to play NCAA football. Okay. Shout out to Hypnotic, who's in the chat. He says he wants this game so bad. Yeah. Yeah. I don't blame you. Obviously, we're going to see things like Avowed in there. We'll see. I heard somebody say, I saw somebody say, did that nigga say Shadows of the BBC? You cannot make this shit.
How, Sway? Take a few steps back.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. How?
Motherfucker said Shadows of the BBC. Okay. Somebody said rumored bully too. I didn't really care for the first bully like that, to be honest with you. So Tekla says, and that 23 frames per second. What for Expedition? I mean, it's a trailer, so I imagine hopefully it's better. Hopefully it's better when it comes out, but you know, I don't know. I just wanted to point that out. Depending on what time the direct happens, it's on the 23rd. So that means today is Tuesday. That would mean it's on Thursday, right? 22nd would be Wednesday. Yeah. So depending on what time it is, let's see, 10 a.m. specific time. Oh, that means it's at 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll be at work during that time. Let me work something out. I'm gonna work something out. Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. We'll do that. All right. So yeah, let's move on. Hopefully Xbox can get some people excited, because nigga, as a former Xbox fan myself, shit ain't been looking good for them lately. All right, where we going to next? Okay, so all of you know that Trump was inaugurated yesterday. Big celebration, a lot of meltdowns. A lot of people ain't taking this too well. One of the people not taking it well is a developer over at Activision. This shit is funny. Stephanie Peters, I need you to come to the front of the congregation. Because this is egregious. Okay, let's get into it. All right. Can anyone in HR explain to me why we chose Workforce as our HR platform? As a former partner services employee and current platform security threat investigator analyst for the company, I don't feel secure allowing my data on this platform. With the direction of the current political climate and platforms like Meta monopolizing citizen data, and I'm genuinely concerned for the safety of our employees, especially our transgender and immigrants and American employees who have requested name changes through this system and have their visa status there. Given the speech Trump gave today and Elon's Nazi salutes, I need something from the company that emphasizes that our employees are safe and what is being done about the protection of our data. Oh,
boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
What is up with these psychopaths and like developers and people that work for the company making demands? Like, who the fuck are you? If I'm Activision, I'm like, you know what? You're right. Fired. Go find somebody else to work for. I'm using this as the biggest excuse to get out from under these whack jobs working for me. Sorry. I would have responded back, hey, if you don't like it, you can go and work for somebody else. Chemical Athlete says Red Dead Redemption 2 is the best game ever made. Yeah, let's go and get you up out of here. Let's go and get you up out of here. Put you in timeout. Red Dead Redemption 2 is garbage, trash, buns, cheeks. Nobody liked it. Nobody cared. All right, let's continue. This is Stephanie Peters. Look, pronouns in the bio. What did Melanie say? Facts. Facts. You just can't make this shit up. Look, Santa Monica, California. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Lord have mercy. The Flash got more. Is this a developer? Is this Flash? The Flash says they're having a hard time over at Activision today. Elon Musk giving literal Nazi salutes today. Did not have that on my Trump bingo card for disasters from today. Holy. On MLK Jr. Day as well, no less. Strange salute my ass. Call it what it is.
I've never seen myself represented in the Lord of the Rings before, so
this is awesome.
This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
I've never seen myself. Shout out to Furious Dan because now I can see myself with that $2 super chat. I can definitely see myself now. I will go and blow all of this money on Booger Sugar so that I can see myself. Because when I'm high, I can really see myself. I don't know about you, but when I'm high, I can see myself. So Booger Sugar it is. Yeah, but call it what it is, cowards. And we're just on day one. This person says, if a person is determined to be a Nazi at a rally and not immediately kicked out, the rally is a Nazi rally. These people are whack jobs. Full-blown whack jobs. But it makes sense though, right? Activision is getting their teeth kicked in by Marvel Rivals and Path to Exile. By the way, I haven't even played Path to Exile yet. Is that free yet? You know, we balling on the budget over here, so we gotta be in the free market. Can I get a griff? Let me see, Path of Exile, or is it still like early access? Let me see. Exile. Path of Exile. Why did it disappear? Huh? This is so aggravating. For some odd reason, when I look up stuff in Steam, the games don't come up. I have to go to Google. Nope, it's still in early access, so yep, we good. Yeah, I'm straight. Nope. I mean, the game is supposed to be free. I'm waiting on it to be free. You know what I'm saying? I ain't broke. I'm just broke. All right. Let's get back to it. But yeah, no, these people are insane. You getting your teeth kicked in every day by Marvel Rivals and Path of Exile, and this is what you worried about? You worried about the inauguration? Donald Trump? Get ready for the world's first trillionaires. I don't know what this has to do with anything. Okay. There's a grifter named John De La Rose. Let's see. Yeah, nothing worth mentioning. I guess everybody giving Nazi salutes. I suppose. I mean, this is funny. This is absolutely funny. They can't handle the meltdown. When it comes to Donald Trump, like I didn't really talk about the inauguration yesterday. I know I didn't really have much to say. It is what it is. We'll see. I'm one of the people like, yeah, I'm happy that Donald Trump is the president now, but now, nigga, I need him to get in there and get to work. Get in there and get to work. I need deportations immediately. I'm out. Gone. Deuces. Bye. Sorry. It is what it is. Y'all better be glad I ain't president. Better be glad I ain't president. Y'all think that nigga's a bigot. Wait till I get in the office. Anyway, let's move on. Smash JT is in the chat. He says path of eternity. That is a wild one, my guy. All right, let's see. Where are we going next? Damn, do we got to get to this? Yeah, I think so. I think we got to get to this Kingdom Come stuff. We got to. Before we get to that, I'm going to dance on you guys really quick, and I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. So, you know how my nose get all stuffy and shit. All right, so we got to get to Kingdom Come Deliverance, okay? Let's get to it. So, there was this big controversy. I thought that the Kingdom Come Deliverance stuff was going to be done after he came out and he the director of the game, he came out and he made that thread addressing all of the controversy and stuff and things like that. I thought it was over, but apparently, it's not, okay? Because this happened. Okay. Grums put this out. He says Daniel Vavra goes after Rev says de Sue and calls him a grifter. Rev defended your game, Daniel Vavra, and you are messing this up. It's not good. It's not good. Let's see. He says another grifter. No, so basically, Rev released a video where he says woke Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 backlash results in mass pre-order refunds as developer loses trust. Okay. Daniel Vavra says another grifter. No, our pre-orders haven't dropped because of the backlash. The sold return copies ratio is the same as it was. What happened is the preview hype has naturally waned and 9 massively discounted games entered the chart. Monster Hunter is down as well. Okay. Then Rev says, labeling me a grifter in a video where I defend your game from being labeled woke over a rumored gay scene is wild. Yes, people cancel pre-orders. Many did because you won't address the actions of the community manager's code of conduct posted on Steam. Even now, you still avoid the issue entirely. Yes, your game has a lot of pre-orders, but it would have had more if you didn't tiptoe around valid concerns about the actions stemming from your parent company. Seeing you crash out over someone pointing this out is exactly why people are losing trust in you. I don't think y'all gonna like my take on this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think y'all gonna like my take on this. Because in my opinion, I think Rev is wrong here. And I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna explain why. Okay. Being a YouTuber, in a way, is like being a journalist. We make the kind of YouTubers that we are, okay? The kind, not being a YouTuber in general. We report on news, we report on current events, things that are happening, and we're all trying to create titles and thumbnails that convince people to click on our video. So a lot of the times we make some of the most clickbaity, ridiculous titles and thumbnails that we possibly can. That's a fact. For crying out loud, I made a video titled Smash JT Cheats on His Wife with Alyssa Mercante. Now, you guys knew that that wasn't true, but you understand the YouTube game, so you clicked on the video anyway. We can't have this expectation. Well, no. Let me rephrase that. We have to accept the reality that people are going to see our titles and our thumbnails and run with it. Now, we're more than welcome to say, well, you got to watch the video. The same way a journalist would say, you got to read the article. Okay? I understand what Rev did here, and I would have done the same thing. I would have responded like, hey, listen, if you watch the video, I actually defended your game. But, you know, got to make the clickbait title because, you know, we grifting out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I think the reason why I'm a little bit turned off by this is because we've been asking for transparency, and this is making it look like, yeah, you should never say anything. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. If I'm Daniel Vavra, I'm looking at this like I should have never said nothing to these niggas. I explained the entire situation, and these niggas are still mad. And so he saw, whether he saw it on YouTube or somebody sent him a screenshot, he saw that thumbnail, he saw that title and was like, how these niggas still complaining when I explained all this? And then they like, okay, what about the community manager? Guys, you're assuming that the community manager has anything to do with him. He's the director, not the CEO of the company. He has a parent company. We don't even know if they hired him. We know, based on this guy's previous tweets and things that he said, we know he's based. I don't even know why y'all questioning that. We know he's based. Are we seriously to believe that he, the director of the game, is responsible for hiring a community manager? No, we know that from previous situations, the community manager is likely somebody hired by the parent company. He may not be able to speak on that. Maybe he does. But I'm going to assume the reason why, like, why would you come out and address one controversy but not another? I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying maybe he's not able to speak on the community manager because that's not his department. I'm looking at this situation like if I'm a game developer looking at this situation with Kingdom Come, gamers keep asking me for transparency. I'm looking at it like, be transparent for what? This guy was honest and straightforward with y'all, and y'all still going off. I ain't saying shit. I see Hypnotic in the chat going off. He says it's not clickbait though. People are literally mass refunding. The dev will never admit it. How many developers have seen say everything was fine for the game to die a month later? I mean, I don't know about the pre-orders. I'm not going to pretend to know that. He said they said Concord was fine in selling. It died in 10 days. Me personally, I still believe this game is going to sell well because I believe the controversy around it has been a bunch of bullshit. He said he could have tried to disprove Rev by calling him. He could have tried to disprove Rev without calling him a grifter. There's nothing grifter about what Rev is doing. Fair enough. How many people said Veilguard sold like crazy and everything was fine? Was it people or was it the developers though for Veilguard? Because I don't remember any developers coming out and saying that it sold well. This is straight from the source. At least the way I'm looking at it, this is straight from the source. So the idea here is that Rev is saying that people are massively refunding. I think if you refunding it, I think that's fucking stupid. Now you shouldn't be pre-ordering games anyway. I think that's fucking stupid. But if you're refunding, if you're refunding the game because there's allegedly a gay scene in it that you can choose not to participate in, I think that's fucking stupid. At least maybe I'm wrong. Chat, hold me accountable. If I'm wrong, let me know. Now I wonder if I can find that tweet. Hypnotic says Corinne Bush said the game was a success to them. I remember that. But we all knew that was Cope when she said that. The game was a success to us. Yeah, I guess that's why you picked up and left a few months later, huh? Let me see if I can find that tweet really quick. Because me and Kata had a spirited debate. Let me see if is it on his page? Is it on his page? Let me see. Okay. All right, here it is. Here's the tweet. Here's the tweet. This person comes out and says, glad to see you came out and embraced being gay. Explains why you made it mandatory in a medieval Christian game. And then Daniel Vavra responds, it's not mandatory and it's not a Christian game, grifter bot. Me and Kata, shout out to Kata, had a spirited debate last night because he thinks that Daniel Vavra is wrong for this. I don't see nothing wrong at all. See, my thing is, do niggas want transparency or do you just want control? You just want it your way. You can't ask a developer to be outspoken and transparent, but then turn around and want to control the way he responds to everything. This dude says, glad to see you came out and embraced being gay, explains why you made it mandatory in a medieval Christian game. Where did he make it mandatory? He clearly explained this. And you still going off of his comments talking about gay shit. Then you said it's a Christian game. It's not a Christian game. Now, from Kata's point of view, he's saying, why are you calling him a grifter? Why you say it's not a Christian game when it is a Christian game? First of all, point number one, why are you calling him a grifter? I just think that the word grifter is just a word that's being overly used, okay? Is he using it in the right context here? No. But I think him defending himself is warranted here because this MacArthur nigga is a fucking moron. If I already explained what the situation is and you still coming in here spouting this bullshit, I'm going to go off on you. Okay? And then we had a debate about whether or not this is a Christian game. First of all, the choice of doing the gay stuff in the game, it's literally a choice. It's an RPG. He also said that the characters in the game are very aware of the stigma around same-sex relationships, which hints to me that if you choose to go down the gay route, there will be consequences for that and the way that people treat you in the game. Sounds like a role-playing game to me. But also, it's not a Christian game. Kata's argument was that this is a Christian game because it's a bunch of Christianity in the game. I'm like, the fuck? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I've never seen myself represented in the Lord of the Rings before, so. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
I've never seen myself up until Christopher Baker allowed me to see myself. He says, for the Griff with the $20 super chat. I appreciate it, brother. Thanks to you, I can now see myself after I do some booger sugar and get high. Okay. So yeah. So Kata's argument was that it's a Christian game because it's centered around Christianity, and there was a bunch of Christianity going out during that time. I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense, because that would mean that any movie, any video game where there was people that was practicing Christianity, that makes it a Christian game. That's ridiculous. Or a Christian movie. That's ridiculous. And I gave the example. Shogun. Who in the chat has seen Shogun? That is a masterful show, by the way. In my opinion, the best show that came, I can't say the best show because I haven't seen everything that came out in 2024. So let me, it was one of the best shows I've ever seen. So if you've seen Shogun, you know. In Shogun, one of the biggest themes in the show was Christianity. A lot of people in Japan was practicing Christianity. A lot of people in Portugal and Europe was practicing Christianity. Or, you know, some of them were Catholics, right? Is there any Christian who would say that Shogun is a Christian show? No. No. It's not. So the fact that they give you the option to choose a same-sex relationship in a game is wild because it's a Christian game. It's not a Christian game, nigga. It's not. It's not. Stop saying it. It's a lie. What is another example? No, I'm not going down an example. Shogun is enough of an example. There's plenty of games, there's plenty of movies where Christianity is embedded into the game, but it doesn't make it a Christian movie or a Christian show or a Christian game. Toxin says, is Preacher a Christian show or comic? I don't even know what that is. What's a Christian game? I don't think there is many examples of there being a Christian game. But I would say if there was a Christian game, we're talking about a game that is heavy in teaching Christian practices. We're talking about a game that's meant to, like, take Passion of the Christ, right? Obviously, a religious movie, a Christian movie, right? It's a movie meant to give you a visual of what actually happened. You know what I'm saying? A game that would do that. I don't know a game like that. Dark Sea says it still centers around Christianity, isn't it? And Kingdom Come or Shogun? If we're talking about Kingdom Come, I don't know. I haven't played the first one. My best guess is that no, it doesn't. It's just what happens that the people during that time practice Christianity. Somebody said in the chat last night on New Blackstreet, it's not a Christian game, it's history. That was the haymaker right there. It's not a Christian game, it's just history. Because if that's the case, that means you would never be able, if you're not a Christian, you would, or if you don't like Christianity for whatever reason, you wouldn't be able to make a game in that time period, in that setting, because everybody there practiced Christianity, and you don't want to make a Christian game. That doesn't make sense. Left Behind was a Christian game from 20 years ago. They made a game out of that? I thought that was just a movie. Thought that was just a movie. Damn. Let's see. Moral Oral's was first let me say that. Moral Oral's first episode in the kid doing crack. Laughing my ass off. Facts. Take a show like Daredevil, right? Daredevil is another example. Netflix's Daredevil that is now Disney Plus. Matt Murdock is a Catholic. It is one of the biggest themes in the show and part of his character. Would you say that Daredevil is a Catholic TV show? No, you wouldn't. Nobody a part of the Pope is going to show this to is going to show Daredevil off as like peak. I don't know. Nobody. It's just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe you guys think differently. Assassins 86. It's my first time seeing you in here. What's up going on, my boy? I see you, Sammy 3P. He says, if they say Christian, then it is a part of the Dark Ages and medieval history in Kingdom Come. There you go. There you go. Right? There you go. So yeah, I mean, that's just my take on it. All in all, what I believe, I think Kingdom Come is going to do well. I do think that there's a ceiling on it because it has so much competition. Kingdom Come, Deliverance. Avowed is coming out that same month. And then later that month, Monster Hunter Wilds. I don't know, guys. It ain't looking good. I'm hoping that I can get over my Marvel Rivals addiction so that I can get into some of these games. I'm hoping. It ain't looking good, nigga. Especially because I'm starting to get good with Magic now. Oh my goodness. It's just, that game is just too fun to play. It's just too fun. I'm sorry. And I only have so much time in the day. Whenever I get an opportunity, I play something. I was on my way to finishing Black Myth Wukong, and then Marvel Rivals came out. Either way. But like I said, guys, I wasn't going to keep y'all long. That has been the show for today. I actually got to go and do something before I clock in for work. So I'm going to leave you guys with that here. Man, it is 90. I just want to take some time to appreciate y'all really quick because it is 93 of y'all in here. It is January 21st, okay, 2025. This time last year, Chemical Athlete, Rival sucks. That's how you feel? You on thin ice, my boy. You on thin ice. But anyway, so this time last year, nigga, I was streaming to like 8 people. And 3 of those 8 people was my alt accounts. I ain't gonna lie. All right. Griff. But now we're here. It's 93 people in the chat. That's crazy. That's awesome. Smash JT says Avowed gonna flop. Very well could be. Gonna be hard to tell with that whole Game Pass shit going on. Hypnotic says you're welcome. For what? What happened? Let me see. Frostfang says, bro, you definitely hitting 30K by the end of the year. Oh, yes, most definitely. We're going to hit it. So here's my goals for the channel this year. Let's talk about goals. Goals. I'm not going to lie to y'all. The other day I was on Facebook, right? And I was watching Stephen A. Smith show one day. And Stephen A. Smith had he had a co-host with him. Man, she was fine. She was fine. She was fine. She was fine. And as I was watching it, I posted up on Facebook. I was like, man, I need like a fine little co-host for my show in the morning. Nigga, I had like 11 or 12 chicks hit me up and was like, ooh, I'll be your co-host. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Like, I was kind of just like venting out my thoughts. I wasn't ready, but it got me thinking. See, I want to redo my show. I want to have like one of those setups like what Matt Walsh has, or think Colin Cowherd, right? I want to have the desk with Ninjacast on the front of it, the mic, the laptop sitting right there, and then have another desk with a camera on it with my co-host sitting there. That's what I envision. Better cameras, not this bullshit that we looking at. What the fuck? Oh, he's taking credit for my view count. I mean, maybe. Who's to say? If I wasn't on Saturday Night Hypnosis, maybe I wouldn't be this far. I don't know. Who knows? That's what I think I'm gonna get a co-host this year. I think so. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Also, I need y'all to hold me accountable. I need to get these street interviews done. I want to do it so bad. I just haven't done it. Christopher Baker says, just put Toasty over there. She's lovely. Well, first of all, Toasty is in New York. Okay. Right? Toasty is in New York. Secondly, I would want somebody new. Someone who's going to be here every morning. Like, I literally want to structure my shit like Colin Cowherd, sir. I need that person to be here in person, by the way. So, like, that's how I want. I don't want to do no virtual shit. Yeah, I know I don't like panels. Billy Boone says, you are more entertaining than Melanless Mac. That is an insane comment. Person, fuck you. Of course I would get a haircut. Yeah, but yeah. I need her in person. Nah, she doesn't have to be a wife. Like, keep it professional. Eventually, I want to get a studio, but that's later down the line. Dachi, I'm keeping it professional. I'm only considering it because people have expressed interest. Now, a lot of them, the people on my Facebook, the girls on my Facebook probably think we here talking about relationships and shit. We ain't talking about relationships. We talking about the entertainment industry. So it's gonna have to be somebody that I can coach. Somebody who could be professional and know what she's getting into. She has to be educated on this space, or be willing to get educated on this space. And obviously she has to be present. So I'm gonna work on that. Toxin says, or you want a woman to come to your crib every morning to stream? Well, preferably I like to get a studio. You get what I'm saying? But the simple fact of the matter is, I'm not gonna do it if we doing it virtual. I'm not gonna do it. I don't like I've told y'all, since the beginning of my show, I've said it a great many times. I don't like the virtual shit. You know how long it took Kata to get me to agree to do New Blackstreet? And if you ask Kata, I told him, if New Blackstreet gets like really fucking big, he's gonna have to something's gonna have to shake. Either I'm going to Texas or he's coming to Atlanta. Somebody's going, because we're not doing this shit virtual all the time, bro. It's not if we can do it in person and have a better platform. Like the virtual shit, I'm sorry, y'all. The virtual shit is garbage. I hate that shit. I hate niggas cutting each other off. I hate niggas having technical issues. I hate niggas having, you know, how do you say, not liquid courage, but just more courage than they normally would have if it wasn't for being in person. I hate it. I just feel like in person people would have a lot more respect for one another. And things would just be more entertaining if everything was in person. I don't know. That's just me. That virtual shit is garbage to me. I hate it. Hypnotic says Lucy Lemonbug is my co-host. She's just usually unseen and performing other work. Performing other work.
What do you mean by that? What do you
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Oh, Lucy's in the chat. What's going on, Lucy? I know I streamed early. She probably like, man, why the fuck you up so damn early? Yeah, I know. How expensive is it to rent a studio in Atlanta? So you gotta say that you're in Atlanta, but you actually on the outskirts. so like, for example, I'm like right outside of Atlanta. Like I'm in Forest Park. So I don't have a studio apartment. I have a 2-bedroom apartment. My shit like $1,200. And then to get a studio in Atlanta, I mean, that's gonna depend. I know a studio space right now. I don't know how much she would like rent it out for, but you know what I'm saying? You just have to see. Hypnotic says, aTraes thinks Saturday Night Hypnosis is trash. Confirmed. I am now looking for a replacement. I don't think Saturday Night Hypnosis is trash. I just think it's a show where everybody's just trying to get their rocks off at the same time. But no, Saturday Night Hypnosis is not trash. There's been other shows. I don't think nobody's show is trash. You know, y'all have seen it. It literally grinds my ears to hear people talking over each other. Especially when somebody's making a good point. And then somebody interrupts them. Or here's what really gets on my nerve. When somebody makes a point, right? They makes a point, and then the next person who starts talking says something that has nothing to do with what the person before them just said. Like, this person started a conversation, or is at least continuing the conversation, and then this person in the same conversation mentions a completely different point, and it's like, no. Somebody address what that person just said. And it's like, are we really having a conversation, or is everybody just throwing out their thoughts and seeing what's entertaining? Like, I don't know. Like me, I just like having a conversation. And we just throwing out takes. It's crazy. But that's just a me problem. That's a me problem. I'm like that. When they put me in training for my job, y'all should see me in my training classes. Like when motherfuckers start interrupting each other, bro, I be going off. I be like, yo, can you stop? Bro's talking, or she's talking, or the instructor's talking. Like, chill, relax. Like, let them finish their statement. Like, trust me, bro. Training classes hate to see me coming because I be telling people to be quiet, all type of stuff. I'm ignorant like that.
I've never seen myself represented in the Lord of the Rings before, so this is awesome because I've never seen myself.
Up until the garbage man just dropped 10. What is that? 10 roofies? Breaking news. Mayor of Bogalusa plans defense around claims persecution. Says will measure pimped woman's booty. And if she smeat don't fit, you must acquit. If the smeat don't fit, you must acquit. What did I say? What did I say? Did I say roofies? I meant to say rupees. Mayor sounds like a man of culture. Man, I was supposed to get out of here about 10 minutes ago, but I've been sitting here having a conversation with y'all. This shit's entertaining. Dachi says, yeah, I do notice someone talking, but they get cut off and never bring it up again. Yes, bro, that shit grinds my gears, especially when somebody makes a good point. Somebody makes a good point, and then another person makes a point that may be on the same topic, but has nothing to do with the point that the previous person was making. It's like, no, like, respond to that person's comment. Which is why, look, Kata and Toasty got mad at me last night because we was talking about bringing Lucy on to the show. And then, you know, they were talking about bringing Lucy and Toasty on at the same time. I said, no. We're not doing 4. Nope. We're doing 3. They're like, why? I'm like, nope. Just 3. Just 3. I'm sorry. Call me. I'm not trying to be controlling. I'm not trying to be. But the thing is,
I've never seen myself.
Shout out to that man, Cedar Height.
Represented in the Lord of the Rings before, so this is awesome because I've never seen myself.
I've never seen myself up until Cedar Hype just dropped a $2 super chat. Got your McDonald's internet figured out? Yes, sir. We did. We absolutely did. Okay, we absolutely did. But yeah, though, no, we're only doing 3, and the reason why I try to keep it at 3 is because what makes our show different is that we're able to be more intimate with our guests. Pause. Well, just pause. Okay, just in case. Pause. All right. It's not a panel, so as a guest, you get to come on and you get to, you know, get out all of your thoughts. Right? But if we go to 4, okay, we got 4 people. Well, guess what? Now everybody, oh, you guys did 4 once before, so you can do 4 again. Now everybody want to do 4. Then once you go to 4, there's going to want to be a 5th person. And before you know it, we're a panel. And I'm not trying to do that shit. It's not what I agreed to. Not really interested in doing that. Now, I don't know what the future holds. Let me see. Hold on. Christopher Baker says would love to see Toasty up there with another girl. Lucy Lemonbug says, why not 5? Because then that's when I'll start getting annoyed and don't want to be there. That's when I'll start. Once motherfuckers start interrupting each other and stuff like that, I'm going to start getting annoyed and I ain't going to want to be there. Like, I don't know. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's a particular thing that might annoy other people, but it was part of the agreement for me being on the show. When we agreed to do New Blackstreet, I'm like, yo, I don't care what we do as long as we ain't doing no panels. Deadly Hunter says, so you want face-to-face chat with people? I would absolutely positively love to do a show where people are face-to-face with me. Yes, I would love to do that. Now, the compromise for me is I understand that's not possible. At least not right now. Not with enough resources. Because if I was to do a show, I'm the type of person where I roll out the red carpet. I would have to fly you out, get you a hotel, get you an Uber to the spot so that you can come to the show and stuff like that. I can't do that on a consistent basis right now, so I'm not even considering it. If y'all notice, I mean, I've been on YouTube for 2.5 years now. You ain't seen me do no panel show. Ryan does a panel show. Leon does a panel show. Hypnotic does a panel show. Gooch does a panel show. You ain't seen me do no panel show. Everything's been solo dolo. I just don't like that shit. Now, what I have tried to do was, y'all remember I used to bring my friend onto the show, Deja. I used to bring Deja onto the show, but I stopped doing that. I can't remember why, but we stopped doing that. Cedar Hype says, just pass the microphone around the grocery store. Too many panels, not enough random people being confused about being on camera suddenly. That's funny. Garbage Man says, panels make it harder to grift. I don't know. It's just, call me a control freak. I just like to be in control of the conversation. Not meaning like I like to dominate the conversation, meaning like I like to keep the conversation controlled. When conversation starts getting out of control and people are going this way and that way and interrupting each other, and then there's arguments and there's debates, and it's like, I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about? This has nothing to do with the topic. I start to get aggravated. So I start taking control. Remember on Saturday Night Hypnosis, they started making fun of me because I used to tell people to stop interrupting each other. And they'd be like, all right, Dad, and all that shit. So I had to stop doing it. So, but all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I was supposed to get out of here about 15 minutes ago. I gotta do something. I'm sitting here having a conversation with y'all. It's been a good show. I appreciate you guys for coming by. We'll be here in the morning. Look, we had no hiccups today. The stream worked perfectly. Gotta love it. Anyway, so as always, may the grift be with you. Make sure that you guys, I don't know what to make sure of you guys do. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll talk to y'all later. Yeah, takes control and plays rivals. That's only happened up until recently. You know what, Toxin? Fuck you, man. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all